My name is Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler. Today, our hosts for the special program include...
Hello, everybody. I'm Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Dainsleif. You may know me from all those new character intro videos and occasionally dropping lore on y'all.
Here we go.
And I'm Sarah Williams, the voice of the head nurse at the Fortress of Maripede, Sijuin. She's there keeping everybody all healthy and nice and making sure everybody
And the
feels
mama.
And
Chlorand.
hey everyone, I'm Crystal Lee, the voice of Fontaine's champion duelist, Chlorand. Pew pew pew, let's get it.
All right, nice. So we've got a traveler, a man of mystery, a duelist, and a healer. I think it's the perfect adventuring party. What a wild coincidence, you guys. I just received an invitational letter to a new domain.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a
imagine that.
coincidence.
Gee willikers, where did that come
That's
from?
just destiny.
Yeah, definitely. You know, this new domain seems to be right behind us, but in order to complete the challenge, we'll need to tackle several missions first.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's do this.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
This script was adapted from the real history of the Marechaussee Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
What is this? Woo!
Many of my
I
habits are
can't
customs
wait.
I've adopted from the Marechaussee Hunter tradition. They fought against monsters, while I fight against lawbreakers. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
I'm so freaking hyped. Oh my god.
Loaded. Time to testify.
This is her burst?
Madam
Yo!
Mage says that every page of a
Her burst
storybook
looks
is
nice.
a segment of the present.
So vast.
I gotta
and
see more. I
mysterious.
gotta see
There
more.
must be quite a story behind this place. So,
Zethos?
I'll explore this place with you to the end. Let's never stop hoping for victory. Way ahead of you!
Oh, his
Move or be
bow like goes right through enemies.
Not that I doubt your
That's
fighting
new.
ability, of course. It's just so much more dangerous in there than I ever imagined. Well, if it hurts, just let me know. Let's blow bubbles! Don't be nervous!
I don't know about Sijuing. That's a huge AoE though.
Disease, one I suspect that every Fontanian suffers from.
But they don't trust me at all. Do you really think it matters whether I'm Melusine or a human?
I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
The way he's
Does the
holding the
ad go
sword,
away?
he must be a real Marechaussee Hunter.
You used it yourself, didn't you? That's why you have a human appearance.
That's quite the gamble. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap.
One day, I shall have my vengeance.
That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal. The loom of fate has already been completed.
Traveler, let me ask you this.
Oh.
Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Bro, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nutty. What the hell? So he's actually gonna be able to like see her and touch her and all that other stuff? That's wild. First redeem code, guys. My boy! Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Holy crap, bro. It's gonna be a good update. It's gonna be a good update. With Dainsliff coming back, I'm actually kind of surprised it's 4.7 and not 4.8. I don't know if it's always been on the last patch. I could be wrong on that, but we'll have to kind of see what happens. And Clorin's burst looks interesting. I gotta see more of that. Siege Wing though, I don't know. I gotta see like what her playstyle is like, to be honest. Her playstyle seems interesting. The bubble that bounces up and down on the enemy, that's actually pretty cool, but what is she gonna be?
Oh,
what is her
looks
role?
like our first mission is here.
Fancy that.
Assemble your team. Oh, I get it. Our first mission is to introduce the new characters. All right, this is getting exciting.
Here it is.
All right then. Well, how about we start off by introducing Fontaine's strongest champion duelist, Clorand.
My bae.
It's true.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Ooh. That little Z like Zoro?
Ready.
Okay. Guess that's elemental burst? Or skill. That might be skill.
Where evil
She
lurks,
shoots.
shoot on sight.
Those animations.
I gotta see, man.
Good. That ultimate is so cool.
Clorand's strength actually has a really interesting origin. She inherited it from the Marashose Hunters.
Ooh, the hunters from the artifact set.
Mm-hmm.
The Marashose Hunters were an organization that defeated monsters and upheld justice from the shadows. I think the group's name has also been mentioned in some of Fontaine's historical records.
Exactly.
Those
The
buttons are
Marashose
holding on
Hunters
for
have
dear
a long
life.
History. To modern-day Fontanians, they're nothing more than an old legend from novels and plays, but for Clorand, the Marashose Hunters' legacy is really real. If travelers want to learn more about the Marashose Hunters, then be sure to check out Clorand's story quest in the new version.
I
wanna
will
learn
be
more about the
streaming that
Marashose Hunters.
for sure.
Perfect, then let's get into her combat abilities. Clorand is categorized as an electro sword user, but she actually uses both a sword and a pistolet to attack her enemies during combat. Now, her normal attack deals physical damage by performing up to 5 consecutive strikes. During her charged attack, Clorand uses her pistolet to target enemies in a V shape in front of her.
In a B
Also,
shape
Clorand
or
has
Z
developed a
shape?
special ritual over the years. She always polishes her weapon before each duel.
That is so dignified of her.
I know, right?
And kind of adorable. Even the champion duelist of Fontaine has a
sexy.
cute side, huh?
Aw.
Sarah is starting to sound just like Siege Wing.
Oh, what?
Though it's probably a meaningful ritual for Clorand, right?
That's exactly right. It's a habit that helps Clorand focus on the opponent in front of her. In fact, Clorand's elemental skill, Hunter's Vigil, is an ability that demonstrates how potent she can be when she's
Bro.
focused. Check this out. During combat, unleashing Clorand's elemental skill
And
will
Bond
cause
of
her
Life.
to enter the Night Vigil state. During this state, Clorand can unleash 2 different types of special attacks. Her normal attacks will be converted into Swift Hunt pistolet attacks, and her elemental skill will be
Eagle.
converted
They're
into
pretty
a
fast.
lunging attack, Impale the Knight.
Huh. It looks like Clorand gains a bond of life during her elemental skill. Does the skill have any additional effects?
Oh, good perception on those eyes. Those Swift Hunt pistolet attacks increase Clorand's bond of life, and her lunging attack, Impale the Knight, will clear the bond of life.
Wait, so she accumulates the bond with one hand and then clears it with the other?
Oh, hey, that's a really good explanation. Yeah, Clorand's special attacks have different effects depending on the value of her bond of life. So when her bond of life is like
But she
relatively
can't be healed,
low,
I'm assuming.
her Swift Hunt pistolet attacks have a piercing effect, and they deal greater damage. But when her bond of life is relatively high, her lunging attack, Impale the Knight, has a greater AoE and deals higher damage. Again.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh,
I get
okay,
it.
so that heals her,
Clorand
too.
is meant to use her pistolet to accumulate a bond of life and then use her sword to clear it once it reaches a certain amount. And that way, both attacks benefit each other.
Bingo! Though you should remember the effect of one of Clorand's unique talents. So, when she's in the Night Vigil state, any healing other than the one provided by her lunging attack, Impale the Knight, will be converted into a bond of life. This unique
Fair
talent
enough.
allows different healing effects to alter the pacing of Clorand's gameplay. So, travelers can experiment with a variety of different tactical combinations.
That's cool.
Also, although Clorand is most renowned as a champion duelist, she has never forgotten her identity as a Marashose hunter. So, during her elemental burst, Last Lightfall, Cloran draws on her Marashose hunter heritage to unleash an ancient skill that empowers mortals to fight deadly
Her
monsters.
burst looks
This
awesome.
ability allows her to swiftly evade enemy attacks and strike her opponents. Her burst deals AoE electro damage and grants her a bond of life based on her max HP.
Wow, that's so cool. But if that power is designed to fight monsters, is it really okay for her to use it in a regular duel?
Good point. I think Cloran just has to adjust the amount of force that she puts behind those blows.
That makes sense.
Also, Cloran can draw on the strength
Yo,
of
her
her
freaking
companions
burst
after
looks
unlocking
amazing.
her passive talent, Dark Shattering Flame. Man, that sounds cool. So, when a nearby party member triggers an electro-related reaction, the electro damage dealt by her normal attack and her elemental burst will increase based on her attack value. Though, note, there is a ceiling to the damage bonus that she can gain from this effect. Cloran also has another passive talent called Lawful Remuneration. If her bond of life is greater than or equal to a certain percentage, then a change in her bond of life value will increase her crit rate. That's right. And while she's in the night vigil state, the percentage of healing converted into a bond of life will increase.
Wow.
Yeah. And finally, being a champion duelist gives Cloran a strong familiarity with all the regions of Fontaine. So, when she's in your party, Cloran can reveal the locations of Fontaine regional resources
Oh, that's awesome.
on the minimap.
So awesome. I'm sure that travelers will be eager to use her to uncover treasure, defeat monsters, and of course, uphold justice.
Not necessarily in that order.
So, Clorand is usually pretty stern and composed as a champion duelist, but I wonder how she unwinds. Like, does she have any hobbies?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Sure that she has
we
some
Netflix
interest
and
outside
chill
of work.
together.
I mean, she's always accepting cosmetic products from Siegeween and making sure to return the favor because she's sweet.
Aw, and yeah, of course she does. Clorand is an active member of the tabletop troupe during her off hours. So, in version 4.7, travelers won't just have the chance to learn more about the Marashose hunters during her story quest, the Raparia chapter, they'll also get to join Clorand on a very special tabletop troupe adventure. Woo! I love TTRPGs so much.
Ooh, I know, I'm so excited.
Yeah. And
I'm
with
excited
all
for
of
Clorand.
That is all the information that I have to share about Clorand. So, next up, let's introduce our adorable little Siegeween.
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. Too excited. Hold on. We gotta look at her demo first.
Yes.
You only get one body, so you gotta take care of it. But it's just as important to take care of your mind.
Yo, she's got pills, bro.
Hold still.
She's got pills. Clorand, I'm in love right now. Yeah. She's gonna be an amazing unit.
He might feel a little prick.
That's massive AoE though. I don't know about Siegewing. We'll see how her stuff works.
She's so cute.
I don't know.
It's unreal.
Wow.
I love her pills so
Cuteness
much.
The
overload.
bubble has ears on it.
I would love to ride around on a bubble like that. She's with her little legs dangling in the air.
Dane
Yeah,
Slip,
with the
bro.
bubble
Chill.
gun and the giant syringe. Guys,
That was
so
cringe.
cute.
Those bubbles are so big. Her kit looks really, really fun.
I know, but if that's the syringe she uses on her patients, I can see why they might be nervous about getting sick.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, sometimes you gotta take your medicine. And since she's the head nurse at the Fortress of Maripede, Siegeween wants everyone to stay healthy. She believes that taking care of your body is the most important goal. But she often encounters people who overwork themselves in the production zone, so she always tries to sneak them healthy meals, but she doesn't think that's a substitute for some proper rest.
Oh.
Take a page out of her book.
Yeah, seems like you'll need to be well fed and well rested if you want to keep up with Siegeween.
For sure. She seems like such a caring and attentive person. But then what's she like when she fights?
Well, Siegeween is a
That's what I'm
hydro user.
curious.
Her normal attack unleashes up to 3 consecutive attacks. During the second and third attack, Siegeween takes out a pill and tosses
Yeah,
it
they
at
did
her
announce
opponent.
I
Clorand.
saw that in the demo. It's like she's literally telling her opponents to take their medicine.
Look at the size of that thing.
She can make aimed shots using her charged attack. Once the shot is held
Whoa.
and fully charged, Siegeween's bow will fire slow-moving mini
That's
stration
cool.
bubbles, dealing hydro damage to her target. Just make sure not to release her arrow. Oh, and also, Sigewinne uses a specially made bubble gun to fire a giant bolstering bubble bomb during her elemental skill, Rebound Hydrotherapy. The projectile bounces between nearby opponents, dealing hydro damage to anyone it touches and restoring HP to all nearby party members, well, except for Sigewinne herself. Sigewinne will be healed a certain amount of health when the bolstering bubble bomb disappears, which is based on her max HP.
Bolstering bubble bomb. Say that 3 times fast.
Oh, please don't make me.
You know, travelers could have a bubble blowing contest.
Oh, and with
Wouldn't that be great? You can have that.
With
idea.
Nouvellette.
Exactly
It's a
like
great
blowing
idea.
bubbles. The longer you hold her elemental skill, the larger the bubble grows. Once the projectile is released,
Draconic,
it will gradually decrease in size
spheres.
as it bounces around. The bigger the bubble, the greater the damage and healing effect. And if a large bubble hits a weaker enemy, they'll be trapped inside.
Whoa.
Guys, it's like she's trapping them in a cage of kindness.
Like the Hydro
You know, you
Abyss
can tell
mages?
she cares about it. Her bedside manner is so strong.
Hey, wait a second. Are those the orbs that Nouvellette drops? It looks like Sigewinne creates
Yeah.
2 source water droplets when she fires a bubble. And it looks like she gains a bond of life when she touches them? How does that work?
I can't explain that as well.
The new bond
Since
of
she
life,
has
man.
training as a nurse, Sigewinne understands how to make the most of
The
a
new
dire
meta.
situation. Her elemental skill creates source water droplets, and Sigewinne can give herself a bond
I
of
thought they were
life
called
by
draconic
absorbing them.
spheres.
When that bond of life is cleared, Sigewinne can regain some elemental energy based on the value of the bond of life.
Neat.
So Sigewinne's healing can nullify her bond of life, and she can restore energy for herself.
Nice.
That's right. While the bond of life is hazardous to most people, it can actually be perceived as a real advantage for Sigewinne. After she unlocks her talent, Detailed Diagnosis, Thorough Treatment, Sigewinne's healing will be increased based on the total bond of life values across all the characters in her party.
Oh, thank goodness. Sounds like a Melusine can make the bond of life a lot less scary.
After using her elemental burst
I don't
and
know.
absorbing nearby source water droplets, Sigewinne will use the syringe to spray enemies in front of her. This attack deals continuous hydro damage.
Wait, that's so cute. Even her attacks are a form of medical treatment.
How long was that, like 2
Yeah,
seconds?
I mean, hey, she just wants everyone to be as healthy as possible.
2,
Yeah,
3,
right?
4.
Sigewinne wants
About
every
4
patient to
seconds.
get a proper amount of rest. After unlocking her passive talent requires appropriate rest, unleashing her elemental skill will also trigger the semi-strict bed rest effect.
Oh.
This effect will grant her a hydro damage bonus and several stacks of convalescence. When non-active characters deal damage with their off-field elemental skills, Sigewinne can consume a stack of convalescence to increase that elemental skill damage.
Ooh.
I like how it's only semi-strict. It's like, you know, not super strict, because she couldn't be super strict.
Just a little.
Wow, so it seems like the bond of life mechanic is pretty integral to both Sigewinne and Claran's kits. That sure was a lot of information, though.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see these abilities in action.
And travelers won't just be limited to the playstyles that they've seen here, right? As I understand it, the mechanics leave a lot of room for open experimentation.
Yeah.
Right.
And outside of combat, Melusines are very connected to the ocean, so Sigewinne always takes care of her companions during underwater exploration. Sigewinne is especially helpful when her friends are endangered by underwater enemies. She can use her emergency dose talent to continuously restore HP to her party member for
That's
a period
cool.
of time.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, doing so will lower all of their elemental and physical resistances.
There's always a price.
Cool.
I was gonna
That
say,
seems like a
could
skill that
finally
would
do
come
some
in
of those
handy, though.
bosses in the
Sigewinne
ocean.
is always looking out for us. Thanks, head nurse.
Of course. Oh, and I've got a quick question for you all.
Yes.
Have you noticed any differences between Sigewinne and other Melusines?
Well, I think her appearance and her interests definitely stand out. Like, if you ignore the tail and the feelers on her head, then she actually doesn't look that different from a human child.
How could you ignore those?
Right.
Half
Fair.
human, half
But also, she's interested in beauty,
half
and she knows
dog,
a lot about
half
skincare, and
Melusine.
she actually even contributes to the most famous beauty magazine in Fontaine.
Did not know that.
Oh, and her medical knowledge.
Right.
We haven't encountered any other Melusines who give medical treatment to humans. And Sigewinne seems to care the most about the people of Fontaine.
And she's also one of the few Melusines who work in the fortress of Meripede, right?
Right?
I mean, generally speaking, not many people are willing to treat criminals. I mean, not even a Melusine's open-mindedness usually goes that far, right?
Sijewin's does. You're all bringing up great points. Don't you think that Sijewin's differences from the other Melazines make her seem more unique and approachable at the same time? In the Neri chapter, travelers will have the chance to learn more about the background of this very special Melazine in her personal story quest.
Woohoo!
Oh, that's
2
awesome.
story quests we gotta
Hey,
do.
speaking of story quests, didn't travelers meet a mysterious youngster last version?
I haven't met him
Sometime
yet.
during Sino's story quest? Well, travelers will now have the opportunity to add him to their parties. He recently left the desert and he's eager to travel around. So, Zach, why don't you introduce him?
Go, Zach.
Oh, me? Okay then. Let's take a look at Sethos' demo.
If you're always asking why, you end up thinking yourself into a corner. Sometimes it's better.
Dude's actually pretty cool. I haven't really seen anything for him yet. I haven't
Give
done
some
the
space.
the quest for it.
Glory to Al Akmar!
But it is cool that his arrows like shoot right through people.
Oh,
Okay.
His design is so cool.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, the clothes and the hair, I love it.
Right?
Sethos didn't just get power and wisdom from his desert heritage, he's also talented in archery. Sethos has always loved hiking, and he has a great sense of direction. Whether he's exploring the desert or the rainforest, he knows the roads like the back of his hand. And he always knows where to find the best regional specialties.
Oh,
You
2.
probably know where this is going, but I'll say it anyway.
2 characters
When
that
Sethos
do
is
it.
in your team, he'll reveal the location of Sumero regional specialties on the minimap.
Nice.
Cool. Wait, so I'm curious. He's lived in a remote desert for his entire life, and he carries the weight of such an ancient legacy. To me, it seems like someone with that kind of upbringing would either be like really introverted or just super arrogant, but Sethos doesn't seem like that at all.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sethos is a very open-minded and cheerful person. As the successor to the mysterious Temple of Silence, he had more educational opportunities than other people who live in Sumeru's desert. His responsibilities drive him to learn about other people and places. He has a very open mind, and he tries to be optimistic.
I want to know
In
what its
fact,
constellations are going to be
personality is
like.
a huge help in getting along with other people.
So wait, that sounds like... are you saying he's a social butterfly?
I guess. He's a pretty busy guy, and he lives a pretty varied lifestyle. And he's around the same age as the General Mahamatra Sino. He occasionally visits the academia, he's always trying to make friends in Sumeru City, and he enjoys browsing goods at the Grand Bazaar. But we've already talked a lot about his hobbies. Let's move on to what he can do in combat.
yes.
Sethos' aim shot has a special variant when charged to level 2. He can't move when his attack is charged to its 2nd level, but it allows him to fire a powerful shadow-piercing shot that can pierce enemies, dealing electro damage to targets in its path. Sethos' talent, Black Kite's Enigma, can decrease the charging time of his aim shot by consuming elemental energy. Some elemental energy will also be consumed after releasing the shot.
Nice.
Ooh, useful.
Yeah, and also I noticed his aim shots take a really long time to charge. So I think that means players
Yeah.
need to store up elemental energy to fire the shadow-piercing shot faster, right? Hey, wait a minute. I feel like this is the first Genshin Impact character who actually consumes elemental energy while firing aimed shots.
What?
Yeah, you're right on.
Hey.
That's why Sethos has an elemental skill that helps him restore elemental energy.
Useful.
It's an ancient ritual that deals AoE electro damage, and it also restores elemental energy whenever a hit on an enemy triggers an overloaded, electrocharged, superconduct, electroswirl, quicken, aggravate, or hyperbloom reaction.
That's a lot.
Oh, okay.
But travelers also have another option for firing powerful shots. By unleashing his elemental burst, Sethos will perform an ancient ritual that was passed down from King Deshret's era. He will enter the Twilight Meditation state, converting his normal attacks to enemy-piercing dusk bolts that deal increased damage based on his elemental mastery.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds like
good
mini
grouper
version
with him
of
would
the
be
shadow
great.
piercing shot. Only it doesn't take as much time to fire.
Useful. Okay, also it seems like the records of King Deshret have a lot of powerful abilities, so between you and me, does that mean Sethos has mastered other mysterious rituals and techniques?
Of course!
Yo.
I'm sure that the Temple of Silence has a whole archive of secrets. One of his other talents will also increase the damage dealt by a shadow-piercing shot for a period of time based on his elemental mastery.
Okay, Hey, all right. Sounds like the Temple of Silence is a real impressive legacy.
No kidding.
So many ancient rituals.
Sethos is definitely a talented fighter who can make full use of his martial heritage. He's similar to Colorand in that sense.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for these
wow.
characters.
We finished the first mission.
Nice. I wonder what the next one's gonna be. Let's get it.
Oh, it looks like we'll have to uncover hidden secrets in our next mission.
Why are all you guys looking at me?
Well, I mean, secrets are kind of your area of expertise.
All your character does is speak in riddles.
Speak plainly, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, well, I guess I'm the only one who can shed some light on the hidden secrets.
Oh, here he goes.
So here we go. Archon Quest Chapter 4, Act 6, Bedtime Story will become available in version 4.7. Travelers will finally reunite with Dainsleif, who will share more information about Conria's past.
Ooh.
That's what you guys were waiting for, right?
Yeah.
It's been a year, yeah.
And also, I, got to break out my voice acting skills for this patch, you guys.
Oh my gosh, words come out of your mouth.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
This time, Ether and Lumine will get to meet face to face. And based on what we heard in the trailer, it seems like the Loom of Fate is now complete. So travelers can look forward to learning more about Kari Bear in this quest.
We just can't reveal everything right now, okay? Leave some secrets for me. These are important secrets that travelers should uncover for themselves.
Oh, okay.
We can call off the snipers. Call off the snipers.
Right? I know, I get it that everyone can barely contain their excitement.
I think it will.
So, I will throw you a bone. To help tide you over until the next update, I'll be sharing a special surprise with y'all.
Oh.
What is it?
Come on.
Oh, I love
Are you gonna become
surprises.
a
It
character? That's
You'll know
pullable?
very soon, I promise. But first, we need to introduce the event wishes.
Ooh, okay.
So, in the first phase of version 4.7, Clorand and Alhaitham will be featured
Oh,
in
man.
event wishes.
Hey.
Yeah. Sethos will be the new 4-star unit that appears
This is
on
what,
this
third time
event
for
wish
Alhaitham?
bed. And in the second phase of the version, travelers can look forward to event wishes from
Siegewin and
Siegewin
Farina.
And because
Get
there's
Farina,
never
she's
enough,
amazing.
a new 5-star sword, Absolution, and a new 5-star bow,
Gorgeous.
Silver Shower.
Yo, the
Heartstrings,
bow is so
will
cute.
also be featured on their respective weapon bearers.
Looks so good.
So cool. So good, right? All right. Okay. I've made y'all wait long
Yeah,
enough.
Siegewing is a 5-star.
Let's bring out the surprise.
Yes.
I hope everyone enjoys it.
Let's go.
Man, it's gonna be an expensive, It's definitely gonna be expensive. For the first half. Alhaitham, I have been wanting Alhaitham for a while, and I still haven't pulled him on my account. She dreaming? Oh shit. I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out, man. Cinematics look amazing.
This journey of ours has been bittersweet. Close my eyes,
This is really good, man.
dreamed. If you were here standing next to me, would you know
He's always missing his
how I
sister.
feel and see what I see?
Wait, has Dainsleif been keeping like an eye on her for a while?
Always try, funny your rhythm and rhyme. Through the night so long and dark, I see you shining bright. And no matter where you are, you've come with me this far, showing the way.
This song is actually
when
nice. I like this.
all is apart. you already on your way? No matter where you are.
Does this mean we get to say bye to Paimon now?
I'm never really lost.
I gotta go back and like watch the Daneslip missions because I can't remember them. It's been so long. It's been a year. Alright guys, next redeem code is here. What do you guys think so far? You're getting the Melazine? Dude, I like her weapon. Her weapon's actually pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. Her weapon is actually pretty damn cute. Let's see, man. I want to know what the weapon is going to scale off of. I like Chlorine. I think she's gonna be amazing. They did her well. I'm pretty happy with it. That Archon quest better pop off. I think it will pop off. It's Stainslift, man. It's gonna have to. The bow just looks awesome. Could you imagine? Yo. Could you imagine getting shot with a bow like that in real life? Like, you just see a heart as you die. That is sickening. It's like, here, take this cuteness. Woo!
Welcome back, travelers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey.
I think it's about time we introduce this domain behind us.
Yes, yes, bring on the challenge. I'm so ready.
Dun dun
You
dun.
sound ready. The location of this challenge seems pretty intriguing. Paimon and the Traveler discovered a secret room within the Mondstadt Library, and they've received an invitation to participate in a mysterious performance.
Oh, I love secret rooms in libraries. I've always wanted one. So that's right, the all-new event, Imaginarium Theater, will become available in version 4.7 for travelers who are adventure rank 35 or higher.
Nice. Wait, so this is a library?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The coolest library.
I know, it looks a lot different from what I imagined. It's huge.
Yeah, it kind of looks
It's
more
actually
like
pretty
a magic
nice.
castle.
Right? So cool. I would live there.
Please.
So, travelers will encounter a concierge in the area who calls himself Wolfie.
Aww.
I know, he's so cute. Wolfie. He'll reveal that this room was created by a mage and that he's waiting for a guest to take the stage. He is also a poet. That guest will hopefully put on a magnificent performance by becoming the main character of the mage's story.
Bring on that main character energy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That Chlorine energy.
After arriving in this room, travelers just need to interact with this strange book in order to participate in the Imaginarium Theater Challenge.
Wow, that was fast. But what kind of challenge is it?
Oh, let me tell you. Imaginarium Theater contains a series of combat challenges with different battle conditions. Now, only characters who wield specific elemental types will be allowed to participate, so travelers will have to select characters who meet the requirements of the challenge.
Oh, I get it. But what if we don't have enough characters in our roster who meet the requirements?
Good thinking, but you won't have to worry about that. Because first off, 6 characters will be designated as the initial lineup for each challenge. Trial characters will be provided for travelers that are missing any of those characters.
Nice.
And travelers can also invite special guest characters to participate in the challenges that aren't restricted by the event requirements. In addition, travelers can also designate a certain number of characters as supports for their friends. They can also select their friends' supporting characters to join their own team.
That's a nice way to get to try new characters.
Right? Friends?
That's
friends.
actually pretty
Friends.
cool.
Who would say no to more friends?
support each other in staged combat.
Friends helping each other. And
This
during
makes
the
sense.
current challenge period,
This makes sense.
those 6 designated characters who make the initial lineup will gain fantastical blessings. This will grant them buffs that remain potent even outside of the Imaginarium Theater Challenge.
Wait. So you're saying
Okay.
those buffs aren't just active during the challenge itself?
Yes!
Wow.
You're kidding. Wait, okay, the mage behind the theater must be super powerful.
Oh, super powerful. And I know that everyone's probably wondering why it looked like we had to select so many characters just now, but characters will consume vigor while participating in Imaginarium Theater combat challenges. So when a character's vigor is fully depleted, they will no longer be able to fight, and you will have to replace them with a new character.
It's time for some R&R.
I get it. So when you select your characters, you have to pay attention to how well they work together.
Yes.
Look at her. Look at her putting in that work.
Fill in for each other.
Exactly.
Involved strategy.
And I should also mention that not all selected characters will immediately appear in your team. Some characters can only be gathered by progressing through the story.
Man.
They can formally be added to your team at the end of an Imaginarium Theater battle, or when you encounter certain special events.
Cool. So assembling your team is part of the challenge.
Yes, which makes it even more fun. But let me explain a little more about the special events that I mentioned. Travelers can choose to spend Fantasia flowers to trigger events during the story. Now, some events will unlock certain characters for battle, and others may trigger certain perils, certain doom. So, travelers will have to choose very carefully.
Ooh, no pressure.
Right?
Okay, we'll see how this goes.
Travelers can collect performance tour rewards by completing challenges and finalizing their performance results. The first time they complete a challenge, travelers will also receive a debut performance gift.
Ooh, presents.
Travelers who feel particularly confident can try to attain the Star Challenge condition during each stage.
That's almost a temple.
They'll be able to obtain different levels of performance medals that correspond with the difficulty of the challenge. These medals can be displayed on their profile.
Go ahead and show off.
And that's not all, right? Travelers can also obtain toy medals during this event, which they can exchange with Wolfie the Concierge. In return, travelers will receive special poses for their characters when taking photos.
Awesome!
Right?
That's pretty
Travelers
cool.
will be able to take all sorts of new cool pictures. I am excited to see new poses.
Not a feature I really use very much, but
And also, more poses will be added whenever Imaginarium Theater is updated.
Yes.
I've
And
always wondered when they
finally,
were going to
each
update
performance in
that.
the Imaginarium Theater has several difficulty levels, and each one has a different number of challenges. Higher difficulty levels will yield even better rewards.
Bring it on.
As Wolfie the Concierge likes to say,
When the brilliant golden glow of the treasure beckons, don't you hesitate. Just go open it.
How can he be so
That's
cute?
amazing.
I don't know, somehow I still didn't make him as cute as he actually is.
Of course, it'll take time for travelers to raise the necessary characters and understand how they fit into this new
Leyline event?
challenge. And I'm sure travelers are always looking for ways to get more primo gems.
You just said the magic word.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
Each month, Imaginarium Theater will alternate with updates with the Spiral Abyss.
So this
In
is the
addition,
end
the total rewards that
content.
can be gained from the Spiral Abyss has been increased from 600 primo gems to 800 primo gems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
More information will be available across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts, so keep a lookout.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ooh, the background is changing.
Ooh, here we go, here we
Let's see what
go.
else this version has in store.
Yes, please.
Mutual security enhancing simulation. Huh. I see some hilly churls and ruin guards, so I'm assuming this is one of those monster fighting events.
Yes, sort of. Travelers won't be engaging monsters directly. Instead, they'll be able to command monsters to fight in a cooperative simulation. The Millennials
Weird.
will be hosting a strategic war game to improve their understanding of security needs throughout Tevat. They'll be accompanied
Weird,
by
but interesting.
representatives from Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius, Inazuma's Yashiro Commission, Sumeru's Corps of 30, and Fontaine's Special Patrol. Their joint exercise is intended to improve military tactics across the continent.
Very
Sir,
official.
yes, sir.
Wow. You're making this event sound really official.
That was my official voice. I'm just doing my best. As I was saying, you can play two different kinds of scenarios in the event: assault scenarios and defense scenarios. As special representatives to the simulation, travelers will need to analyze enemy formations and deploy the best units for completing the challenge.
In
Okay.
assault scenarios, you only need to select your combat units and deploy them within your staging area.
What does it
So
look
once
like?
the scenario begins, the unit will automatically start attacking your opponent. So sit back and I don't know if you can relax when these things are coming at you, but try.
Clearly not.
Pew pew.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna give this a try.
Okay, so it kind of reminds me of like Fort
okay.
Condor from Final
How
Fantasy
come my hilly
Remake and
churl archers
Rebirth.
got wiped out so quickly?
Oh, no. Okay, sorry.
This is actually
Sorry, I forgot to
pretty
mention
cool.
something important.
I'd never seen this before.
I know. But here, we can fix it now. Some types of combat units are more effective against others. Ranged units like hilly churl archers are vulnerable to melee units like Mighty churls. But don't fret, You can turn a bad situation around
Yeah, this
if
is
you choose
exactly
the best
like
units to
that.
tackle the opponents on the battlefield.
Just choose the best unit, Zach.
Exact. Just choose the best units.
Just
dude.
choose the best unit.
Simple fix. Simple fix.
In defense scenarios, you need to deploy units to effectively counter enemies who are attacking from multiple directions. So, defeated enemy units will drop support beacons, which can then be used to deploy additional combat units and frontline structures.
As the unit's commander, travelers can use their leadership skills to create favorable conditions for their team. And if they're successful, then travelers can obtain various rewards from the Mutual Security Enhancing Simulation event.
Rewards.
These rewards include Primo Gems, a Crown of
many?
Insight, and a 4-star bow, Cloud Forged.
Oh,
Cloud
gimme!
Forged.
What kind of
Okay.
weapon is it?
And next up, we're introducing another combat-related event, Endless Forms Most Martial.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
man.
I'm guessing
They're going
this one's
crazy
gonna
with
test some
combat this
different
time.
skills.
Yeah, you betcha. In the previous event, travelers only got to simulate combat, but the environment on a real battlefield is way more unpredictable. And that's why it's important to come up with combat tactics on the fly and take advantage of battlefield conditions. So, in Endless Forms Most Martial, travelers will have to defeat enemies according to the special rules of each stage. For example, some challenges may require travelers to defeat enemies affected by the electro-charged condition. And that is the only way to accumulate progress towards the challenge goal. Now,
Wow,
once they satisfy the
okay.
requirements, they'll be able to earn rewards.
I'm appreciating all these rewards.
Yes. Rewards. So this is one of those challenges that requires you to strategize.
Indeedy. Oh, okay. Let's move on to our next event. I'm gonna try this announcer voice. Yeah. I've gotten a report about a loud boom that just went off in a rather unremarkable part of Fontaine.
Was that in 4.1?
Uh-oh.
I don't remember that.
It must have come from that crocodile-shaped cannon. That thing looks pretty scary.
Never fear, viewers. I wouldn't worry about it, actually.
Phew.
This cannon was modified by
You got
a
better memory than
Fontanian
me.
engineer. It's now just a toy cannon that you can use to fire hydro bullets. So why not have some fun with it?
Oh.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
well, why not indeed, if that's the case? Travelers will need to allocate energy to the cannon and choose the correct firing mode to destroy as many target balls as possible within the time limit. They'll even be rewarded for their trouble.
Was there ever
This
a
seems
doubt?
like
In order to keep
something
the
we did
event
before.
interesting, special types of target balls will appear during the challenge. They will produce different effects when they are destroyed. So, be sure to check it out for yourselves in the new update.
You guys, that's my kind of old school arcade games, because I'm an old school. Okay, I'm just old.
Because you're old, yeah,
No,
fossil.
it's like, oh, no,
Say
no,
it.
no,
Be
no.
proud of
Our
it.
next event takes place in
Holy.
the land of Mondstadt. Travelers will encounter a familiar light
like 5
novelist
events.
who recently completed a new script. Travelers who follow her script will be able to embark on a wondrous journey of literature and imagination. And the script will lead travelers to mysterious locales where they will have the opportunity to earn rewards. That is, if they can evade bullet curtain assaults from, various mechanisms and
recall.
collect enough labyrinth coins.
Okay.
No big deal, you can do it.
Easy peasy.
Wicked warlocks will also be scattered across the field. Ooh, alliteration. I like it. If you defeat them, then you can earn even more coins.
Ooh, it looks like we'll have to move really skillfully if we want to avoid all those attacks.
No pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot
But hey,
of
don't worry,
attacks.
travelers can take advantage of adventure techniques to gain special buffs. So these buffs will make the oncoming bullets a lot easier to deal with. You'll also be able to get rewards more easily if you're smart about how you use them.
That sounds great.
So great.
Speaking of strategies, the new version will be adding more updates to the Genius Invocation TCG.
Some more
Travelers can
cards.
look forward to new
You
character
TCG
cards, monster
peoples.
cards, and action cards. Also, more NPCs will be ready to challenge travelers in the open world.
Oh, and I hope they're ready to lose.
Oh, they could take a challenge.
Oh, also, the Leyline Overflow event will also return in the new version, so don't miss out.
Whew, that was a lot of information. Let's take a break while we take a look at
Indeed.
the last redemption code. See you soon.
Last redemption code. It looks like we got 5 events plus the Leyline event, if you consider that an event. That is... what? 6 events basically for the next update, so quite filled up. TBH.
And we're
Welcome back, everybody.
We're back.
We're back.
hello.
Welcome back to the version 4.7 special program. Looks like we completed this domain challenge.
Was there ever any doubt?
Piece of cake.
I think you'll find I am very, very pro.
Now it's time to tell everyone about the new optimizations in the latest update.
Yes, please.
Here we
First
go.
up, the encounter point system for collecting daily commission rewards will now be unlocked at adventure rank 24. Hopefully, this helps travelers level up more quickly.
Nice. And now for some really exciting news. Traveler's max resin will be increased from 160 to 200.
Okay, elaborate.
Nice.
Will it
You might
generate
notice from the
faster?
video that version 4.7 will have some other optimizations. Be sure to check them out for yourselves in-game. All right, that looks like all the information we have to share today.
What?
Bye, travelers.
What?
What? Just kidding.
wait.
No, you
I'm just
can't.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Of
You
course,
better
I
be.
wouldn't sign off without giving you guys the chance to talk about your time here on the special program. How
Oh,
was
nobody
it?
cares about your
I have
time.
things to
I just want to
say.
know about the optimizations.
I'm so thrilled to join this amazing voice cast, and I'm excited for everyone to get to see Siegeween in action and add her to your parties, I hope, and
Yes.
just see how cute she is with her little pills and her adorable little syringe. Take it.
Oh my god. And like,
Thank you very much.
yeah, same here to everything that Sarah said. It's such an honor to join the cast. I'm so excited that Clarenda is finally coming out. I
Yeah,
hope
me too.
Everyone
Me too.
has fun like meeting her and learning more about her. And also, I'm really excited for these combat events. I don't know about you guys, but I've been playing this game, and my favorite thing's beating things up in this world.
Yeah. No, me too.
Love fighting these monsters.
And you guys, I have not been
I just
playing
want-
this
I
game
just
for
want
years,
better-
and
better
so
end game.
while Dainsleif is a man of mystery, this game, so much of it is a mystery to me. And you guys were so welcoming today, and I learned so much. And I don't know, is this the thing that finally gets me to start playing?
Oh.
Are you guys a gateway?
Oh.
Is that what? Did that just happen?
Did we
Bro,
guess?
are you a voice actor and you don't
Yeah,
play?
it's
the
been
game?
absolutely awesome doing this with you guys. I'm so excited for Imaginarium Theater, of course, all the new characters, and the new Archon quest because I got some new voice lines.
Oh yeah.
He speaks!
More.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming, guys, and see y'all in game.
See y'all in game.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna do my few hot takes. Because this is gonna be crazy. What the hell is this? What is this? Is this a new area? Yeah, it's gotta be. Fire, volcano. Yo, that is freaking cool. Okay, what are you, like a beast? It's funky though. Oh, it's a little bit more flat. I like that. It's a little bit more flat. That's looks like we got a sneak peek to Latin Natlin. I was about to say Latin, I don't know why. I'm hoping that when they go into Natlin, like 5.0, that they actually can raise the adventure rank to level 65 at least. And give us some more rewards out of that, because it's kind of like, I feel like it needs to be done at this point. They're still kind of not giving the players exactly what they're looking for, in my opinion. I think it's time that they kind of start like to give better rewards. I think they said that they're going to start giving 800 Primo Gems for clearing the Abyss. And then once a month, you're going to have that new endgame content, which is kind of going to restrict you to using elements that they want you to use. Some of the events look okay. They look pretty fun. Siegewing is cute, but I don't know if I will pull for her based on what I saw. I am not fully 100% impressed. and definitely Chlorine for me is a must pull. I think that's pretty much my take on it. I think the reason why they're raising the cap is because the new competitor, Wuthering Waves, is here. It is live. The game's been live for about close to 2 days now, day and a half. The game has some small little issues, but the game is actually really, really good, and I'm enjoying the crap out of it. The combat system is freaking perfect. Probably perfect for a gacha game. So I'm hoping that within the future, Genshin Impact will be impacted by Wuthering Waves to actually compete and do better and have better optimizations, maybe better rewards. I noticed that they haven't said anything about the Chronicled Fate wishes, so it looks like another patch without it. You know, we kind of need a third banner at this point. We're adding 3 new characters, not to mention the characters that are going to be coming in Natlin. So we'll probably end up hitting somewhere around 90 characters by the time Natlin is here and about halfway through. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I definitely think that a third banner, permanent banner, is needed. I don't like how they never just tell you everything straight up. System optimizations. Okay, great. Your resin cap's 200 now. Okay, is it gonna go faster or not? I'm excited to play Chlorine. I'm excited for her. I want her weapon. The banner is gonna be actually pretty good for the weapon banner, depending on what she scales off of. So I think it'll be a really good weapon banner, especially with 2 different swords. You have Lo-Fi, Alhaitham's weapon. I think it'll be a solid weapon banner. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this new version update. I guess they're adding some new stuff. I hope 4.8 they can wrap up Fontaine with a nice bow on top and further optimize the game to make it more reward based. I think it's time. I'm glad that Wuthering Waves is here to push them, because I don't think if Wuthering Waves wouldn't have released, I don't think we would have gotten that resin increase at all. Really, we should be at 240. I've been saying this for a while, but we're at 200, which is okay. We can finally condense 5 resin all at once. That makes things more optimal. We're still waiting on preset artifact loadouts. Hopefully they can add something where in the Abyss you can change your artifacts. That would be amazing. Raise the adventure rank level, raise the world level, because everything's just really easy, I think. Especially for myself, that I've been playing for almost 2 years. My 2-year anniversary with Genshin is coming up, and I can just pretty much destroy bosses like nothing. I would like to see more bosses with a higher level cap that can get better drops than like the smallest amount of like shards and stuff like that. That's really a big thing. It's like I'm building every character. I'm missing, I think, about 12 or 13 5-star characters. With this update, I'll probably be missing a few more. But I'm on my way to building them all, and I would just like to see better drops. And the Leyline event should just be weekly. There's just so much to build in Genshin and such little resources. So I hope that they get there with time. I have faith. They're gonna take a step in the right direction, because now they have a competitor. They really do. They gotta start getting it right. I hope so. I have faith, Hoyo. Because I've met so many people through this game, like, that are amazing people. And I just don't, it's just not the same. Like, that connection is just not the same anymore. It's kind of sad. It makes me sad. I want to see more out of Genshin. 2 years into this game, it's been great. It's been a great ride. I don't want to give up on Genshin. because I'm playing I'm gonna be playing Wuthering Waves so much more, and I'm actually enjoying the combat system a lot. Genshin Impact has an amazing combat system that they are just not utilizing to its fullest potential, in my opinion. There are characters that they have created that literally you never hear about them, and 5 stars that are starting to get forgotten. With that being said, Wuthering Waves, I've been complaining about certain things with the game. As it stands right now, I have been playing Wuthering Waves. I'm about, I think, 5 hours in. I'm playing on PC. I had high ping when I started, so I was running at like 100 to 150 ping. And I guess they did some system optimizations that reduced it to about like 50 to 60 ping, which is closer to where it needs to be, which is great. Right now I give the story, I just finished like the story with Scar. Really good character, really started picking up right there. I really got involved in it. It's kind of like a life lesson that they give you and how they tell the story. So I think that Wuthering Waves has to improve with storytelling. But for now, I know that they went from closed beta test 1 to closed beta test 2. They like scrapped most of their work and restarted and still delivered us a game. Not every game has like a bam impact storyline. Like usually you do get a slow start. You gotta start building up to a climax. It just doesn't start at the climax, because when you start at a climax you go down. So right now Wuthering Waves is, I would give the story as of right now, from what I've seen, probably like a 6 out of 10. 5 or 6 out of 10 or so, maybe 5.5. The combat is tier 1. It is 100% amazing. I like the fact that you can parry. I like the fact that you can dodge. I like the fact that you can go quickly between characters. That once you switch, there's actually an attack that follows up as you switch your characters. That's amazing. You can string stuff along. So I'll give the battle 10 out of 10. Combat system is amazing. It's sleek, it's smooth. It is so smooth. I think that it is much smoother than Genshin, for sure. As far as character building, I haven't built a lot of characters yet. I have a few. I haven't reached my first 5-star yet, so we're kind of getting there. But building characters seems pretty clean cut. I like the fact that you can put characters with whatever characters pretty much. So far, they do have elements, but I like the fact that you can just mesh other like characters. You got a 3-party system. Makes it easier on my fingers to move on the keyboard, since I am transitioning from controller to mouse and keyboard. So that's a plus for me. The character designs, I would probably give it a solid like 8 or 9 out of 10. I think the character designs are good. Finally, the guys are getting love. Mostly it's always about the waifus, but the husbandos are definitely getting some love, which is much needed. So let's see what else is left. System optimizations, like you already start with 240. Yeah, there's some things that cost a little bit more, but we'll see how efficient those things are going to be, and kind of like where the story is gonna take place from here. It's only a day and a half old as of right now. Give it a chance. Like, everyone's comparing this and saying all this stuff about, well, Genshin had a better start. It's a possibility that Genshin had a start, but I can guarantee that they had issues when they started, when they launched. So just shut up, give the game a chance, let it cook. It just got released. Like, you can't expect perfection right off the bat. It doesn't work like that. Genshin has been in this space as an open world RPG gacha game by itself for a long while. So it now has a competitor, which is hopefully it's gonna push both games to do better. That's the goal. This is not shit talking. It is just, I'm playing 2 games that I really enjoy, and I hope that we can get more out of the developers. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Genshin has been lackluster. It has been boring. I think the entire patch of 4.x has just been pretty much lackluster. The Archon quest was okay. I didn't like the fact that I had to sit here and rack my brain around lawyer shit and had to pick like specific things to make sure I got the right thing. Like, that was annoying. So I think what's missing with Genshin is that they need better rewards and make the weapon banner better. And then with Wuthering Waves, they just need time to cook. That's it. They just need time to cook. So give them some time to cook. Yes, the skip button is also a blessing in Wuthering Waves. Because if you have a secondary account like I do with Genshin, the reason why I haven't even played it, and I pulled a good 5-star on it, I just don't play because I'm going to have to go through the entire story again, and I don't have a chance to, like, skip. So, I think that would be a great feature that they can add, and then start reducing some stuff, like, that are in-game that the developers have not deleted off the system to start saving space for people, because Genshin is a massive game. Hundreds of gigs. The other thing I wanted to mention was, as of right now, about a day ago, I put out something on my Discord. Genshin Impact has about 60 million concurrent players. 60 million. And Wuthering Waves, as of before it released, had about 33 million pre-registrations. So, with that said, that really tells you a lot about Wuthering Waves. I don't think that it's going to be a Genshin killer. I'm not going to say that at all, because it's not. Genshin has its rightful place in the gacha sphere. But I will say this. The fact that Wuthering Waves is brand new and it has that many pre-registrations, and the concurrent player base in the last 30 days for Genshin Impact has been only 60 million out of millions and millions of accounts that they have. You can kind of see where that's going to go. The hype will drop eventually for Wuthering Waves, just like it does for every game. Most games, like I said, have an issues at first. Especially when you're spanning them from 2 different platforms, PC and iOS and Android. There's probably a coding that goes involved in that, and that's probably the reason why it is where it's at. So let it cook, give it a chance. It's a free game. If you haven't told your friends about it, have them play.